we've covered here pretty extensively, maybe more than any other news program, just how screwed up the airlines are, and we've gone into depth on some of the issues. In particular, what they did is they took a gigantic taxpayer bailout during COVID under the stipulation that they would keep their staffing as is. But then they used the time during COVID to sort of push out some of their staff, push out some of their pilots, induce them to retire. And then rather than, when things ramped up, paring back their flight schedules to recognize that they had much less staff available to fly those planes and staff those planes, they continue to push forward. And so you've had thousands of flights canceled. You have customers that are lined up for hours outside of customer service with not enough staffing there either. You have, they've also bilked passengers out of an absurd amount of money that they should be entitled to in refunds, that instead they give them like some credit for a future flight. So it just really is out and out fraud on the airline's part. Now, the person who is in charge of the agency that could deal with this is Secretary Pete Buttigieg. And so Bernie Sanders is actually now kind of calling out Pete and demanding that they actually hold these airlines to account. Here is one of Bernie's top longtime aides, Warren Gunnels, laying out exactly what Senator Sanders is proposing. He says, fines of $55,000 a passenger for flight cancellations that can't be fully staffed, full refunds for delays between 1 and 4 hours, plus meals and lodging for 4-hour plus delays, fines of $15,000 a passenger for non-weather flight delays 2+ hours. So really going after the fact that the airlines are booking people on flights that they know damn well a good chunk of are probably not going to happen, because the way Derek Thompson laid it out for us is like, in the theory, in the abstract, if every single thing goes perfect, yeah, maybe we can fly all these flights, but they have to build in the fact that nothing is ever going to go completely perfect. And so they're booking people on flights that ultimately, are going to be canceled, and it's completely predictable.
No, yeah, this is crazy. And also John Fetterman, had put out a proposal on this. But I just think it's a major indictment of Pete Buttigieg. Like, what is he doing? He has the capacity in order to actually act against these airlines. At the worst that he's done so far is what? Called him for a Zoom call. He's like, please, let's all do a Zoom together. And then he was like, please schedule more flights.
Please do
and
better.
And they were like, yes, sir. And then his flight got canceled the very next day.
Yeah, and he had to drive.
So
amazing.
Look, I mean, it's complete BS. And it's full within the Secretary of Transportation for his ability to levy fines upon the industry if they find wrongdoing. Airlines are heavily basically were subsidized during the coronavirus pandemic. We paid them $55 billion. They pocketed the money. By all accounts, they have not been using it fairly, and now things are a total mess. So the Fed should get involved. I mean, the airlines, like I've said, they blame air traffic control. Call the bluff. Fine, get some military air traffic controllers in there. If that really is the case, let's find out how much it is. Put them on the spot, and let's make it so that America can move again. It's like basic stuff like this that makes you feel like the country's falling apart.
It is falling apart.
Yeah, it is. You're like, oh, I can't fly anywhere, or I can't fly anywhere properly. Gas is $5 a gallon. Getting a car is insanely expensive.
Impossible.
A credit card, everything charging on that. Try taking a vacation, in terms of what all the costs and all that stack up to. So look, the basics of life are what people care the most about, and that's where the Biden administration continues to fail every single day. It's really dramatic.
Indeed. All right, guys, more for you later. Cable news is ripping us apart, dividing the country, making it impossible to function as a society, and making it impossible to know just what is true and what is false. But the good news is they are failing, and they know it.
That is why we're building something new, a new mainstream, a healthier one, something more trustworthy, something that we are going to need in one of the most pivotal times in American history. We are building up here for the midterms, for the upcoming presidential election, but we need your help. So if you can help us out by becoming a premium member today at breakingpoints.com, we're trying to change America for the better and the entire world.
So what are you waiting for, guys? Go to breakingpoints.com and sign up and help us build a new mainstream.